about terming your music new age, though?
Well, you know, I understood the term because I had kind of studied what you would call New Age philosophy, and it was confusing because it was not a musical term. When you hear the term jazz, you think music. Rock and roll, you think music. But when you hear the term New Age, music doesn't really come to mind. Maybe people think, oh, it's religion, or it's a lifestyle, or it's a way to eat, or it's a way to think about modern life. So, but because it had the word new, you know, we had new wave music prior to that. So really it was a marketing choice. And it made it possible for people to go into a record store and know exactly where to look for the record.
Yeah.
So that part of it was good. And the rest of it, well, you know, it's still very controversial. The term is still a little bit misunderstood.
Well, I think it's for convenience sake that
it was for convenience.
People started
yes,
naming it New
exactly,
Age.
it was. Yes.
On your website's fun facts section, it says your music has been played for 2 First Ladies on Air Force One.
Yes.
And that George Bush Sr. used your music for his massages.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting. Well, I knew about Air Force One. I'd heard about that from my record label. In fact, I got some matches that had been on Air Force One that they used. But then I ran into a massage therapist at a concert I was playing, and he was telling me, he says, yeah, George Bush Sr. is one of my clients, and he really likes your music to be massaged to. So he was kind of kinder and gentler, you know, so I figured that was pretty fun. So
that's part of healing, I guess, right?
Definitely, yeah. You know, I've actually had quite a few massage therapists that use my music, and that's great. I'm glad I can create the atmosphere that people can relax into. Relieving stress is really the first step to healing in a lot of us. So
yeah, and you were doing what you enjoyed doing, and yet you managed to be nominated for a Grammy.
Yes.
You know, that must have been quite an honor.
That was very exciting. It was a little stressful to be sitting in the audience waiting for your name not to be called, but it was still such an honor to be. It's almost like you're in this exclusive club, you know. And with New Age music, there's only one award given. Many of the genres have, you know, maybe 10 or 15 different categories. So yes, it was really quite the honor to be nominated for that.
Can I see your hands?
Yes.
Because I'm told that you have really big hands.
They're pretty good size. Yeah. And you know, I put up these piano books, and some of the students and the teachers curse me because my stretch is quite large.
Yeah. And your reach is that is.
It's a little, let's see.
Put them up against mine. Let's
see.
Oh, my goodness. My hand looks like a baby's hand.
So that causes a few problems for people when they're trying to play the music in my books. But I never set out to create music for other people. And it's an honor to know. It really was kind of the surprise of my career that my music is very popular in printed form. So people have to come up with different ways to, you know, adapt. Especially my left hand, I like to do these really big stretches in the left hand, and but what can I say?
What sort of music do you listen to when you're not working?
Well, I think I'm always writing and listening. You know what I'd like to do? I kind of, I usually, if I'm driving around the car, I'll just flip through the dial, and there'll be a jazz station. I tend to go from jazz to classical, really, and occasionally I'll turn in to more of a modern rock station just to kind of see what kind of music is being played. It's interesting to see how derivative much of the modern music is compared to the music that I grew up with, and some of it is very fresh. Most of it I've kind of been there, done that, you know. So, but I tend to be always working on music. So
and where are you always finding these ideas, inspirations for your compositions?
It's a good question. I don't know. It's just I've been very blessed to just be a creative person.
Let's take the soul improvisation for example. You know,
that was totally spontaneous.
Inspired you at that moment?
Love. The love, the people, the reaction from the crowd was so warm and so friendly. And I walked out, and I could have done any number of songs. You know, it was kind of an encore situation.
This was during a curtain call, yeah?
Yeah, it was just during a concert. And I just felt in the moment very moved. And I just said, I just want to thank you very much for your attendance and your support over the years. And I just started to play. and I got lucky, and it just turned into a nice. It almost sounded like it was a composed piece, you know. So
Well,